Okay, guys, we just got back from Captain Marvel. This is going to be a spoiler-free review, so you don't have to worry about us spoiling anything. We're going to do a separate spoiler review, which is coming out tomorrow.
Alright, for right now, okay, these were my basic thoughts on the movie, okay? I put it on Facebook, okay? And here we go. Captain Marvel was alright. It was an alright movie. It's a bit slow in the first half, for my taste, okay? The editing is incredibly choppy, especially in a sparring scene involving Brie Larson and Jude Law. Towards the second half of the movie, though, is where the movie really starts to pick up and starts to rock. Okay, I don't think it's a great movie, but I think it's fine. I think it's definitely worth your time. I think it's worth checking out, and it's definitely deserving of your attention. Alright, Brie Larson, I want to say this. Brie Larson is damn good. I think she's damn good in the film, despite all the crap that she's been getting from everybody. And no, despite what YouTubers might have you believe, no, there is no cramming SJW crap down our throats in this film. Never once.
I want to address that.
Yeah,
because I wouldn't even thought of this until you mentioned it.
Yeah,
I actually think there was more SJW cramming from Wonder Woman than this movie.
I agree with that.
The whole no man's land.
No, that's true.
Stuff.
Yes,
there was nothing like that in this movie.
No, not at all. Okay, but that being said, okay, and I don't know if you agree with me. Okay, I do think Wonder Woman's a better movie.
I do, however, I think the third act of this
movie
was better than the third act of Wonder Woman.
Fair enough.
The villain-wise, you know.
Okay, fair enough.
You know,
okay, I give you that.
Because Wonder Woman kind of went with the whole generic, you know.
I will say this, again, I'm not going to talk spoilers. Okay, everyone knows Ronan's in this movie. Mm-hmm. Okay, Ronan the Accuser's in this movie. I felt so many of his scenes, especially that scene at the end. As cool as that, okay, there's a scene at the end involving action that I just felt was so needlessly tacked on. Mm-hmm. Okay, I just didn't feel like... Put it this way, with so many of Ronan's scenes, if you remove it from the movie, really nothing's different. They're just kind of putting him in there to acknowledge, oh, remember this guy from Guardians? He was here too. That's pretty much what it is.
Basically what Adam's telling you, if you think they're going to redeem Ronan, then you're sorely mistaken.
Yes. Okay, and one of the biggest problems I had, and dude, you can't even deny this, I called the twist of this movie in the bar before we went and saw the movie. Yeah. Because, and I'm not going to get into it until spoilers, but I'm just going to say, there is a twist about halfway through this movie that, again, I called before I even saw it, and when it happened, I'm like, oh, damn, I'm good. But, again, Captain Marvel, it's fine. It's a pretty cool movie, all right? I wouldn't go in with, like, huge friggin' expectations, okay? But I think that if you just go into this looking for a cool time with a cool heroine, okay, you might have a good...
My point of view is very similar to him. I didn't think... Okay, look, the first half of the movie is slow. It didn't really bother me because I kept thinking, this is an origin story. You got to kind of take it with a grain of salt. I kind of look at this movie as a Phase 1 Marvel movie. And I also, we talked about this after the movie, he has a different perspective. I respect his opinion. He respects my opinion. Where I just feel like it feels slow in the beginning to us, in my opinion, because we've been so spoiled with 3 Avengers movies, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, Volume 2, Civil War. So this is a much smaller film, and there was a lot. And again, this is the origin film of Carol Danvers, and we kind of have to do a lot of setup. The second half, I think, really picked up. I went in this movie with very low expectations. I said this in a couple videos I've done prior to this. It was very slow paced, I admit that. Really picked up in the second half. You talk about Ronan being worthless. Coulson was pretty much worthless.
Yeah, no, I agree. They didn't give Coulson jack to do in this movie. Like, he had fuck all to do with anything in this film.
And the thing was, when he first appeared, everybody in the theater applauded.
Yeah, everyone in the theater was going nuts like, yeah, Coulson, my boy! And like, they did nothing with him.
Absolutely nothing. I like what you said about them having an SJW agenda, because there was none of this. It would have been so easy for her to drop a line going, well, I'm a woman, or something like that. Sort of like, and this is my favorite scene in Wonder Woman, so I don't want to like kind of bash it because I love it, but where Chris Pine's like, no man can go across it, no man can get, and then she like, well, I'm no man, or whatever the fuck she says, like,
Yeah.
well, I'm no one, or something, and she goes across no man's land, where that's clearly put in perspective that, well, men can't do it, but she's a strong-ass woman, she can do it. There was none of that in this movie. So for all you fucking assholes out there, that's like, this is all SJW wham, it was none of that.
It's not.
It was none of that. You could have easily, in fact, you could have easily took out Carol Danvers and added a male character for that role, and the movie would have played out the same.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. The gender had absolutely nothing to do with it, and I actually think that's a smart move on Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios, that, yes, this is the first female superhero, and they were really leading that into the marketing, where hero, and you see the keyword her, there was none of that in this movie. It was just Carol Danvers and her story and the Skrull Kree War or whatever. But
exactly.
There's really going to be more stuff we're going to talk about in the spoiler review. We just kind of can't hit on that right now. Mm-hmm. But we were talking about scores. You sticking with your score?
What? My score, I'd give it either anywhere between a 6.5 and a 7, okay, out of 10.
I would give it a 6.5 or a 7. 7.5 at the highest. I think at the theater I said 7.5 or 8. Yeah. But I think I'll stick more toward a 7 to 7.5 range. That's about right. I really, because the stuff I liked about it, I really liked about it. And the stuff I really liked about it was how it ties so well into the other Marvel movies, which, again, we can't talk about until the spoiler review. But
there's one thing in particular me and him really disagree on that we're going to get into in spoilers.
I don't see nothing wrong with it, man. I don't. I don't. But anything you want to add until we hit into the juicy stuff?
Okay, well, no, I want to go just one thing. I do want to go back into what you were saying about it being an origin story, okay? And, you're looking at it through the eyes of a Phase 1 film. Okay, my issue with the opening and, like, the whole backstory and everything is that it really didn't know what the hell it wanted to be. It starts out, okay, she has amnesia, can't remember her past. Then it's a fish out of water story. Then it's this, then it's that. Like, honestly, for me, it just could not find a balance in the plot of what it wanted to be. And that was just distracting for me.
But
okay, and I don't think that they meshed together very well.
I don't know how well, or if at all you read any Captain Marvel comics.
I have never. No, here's the thing. I've never read Captain Marvel. So if this is what happened in the comics, then I apologize to the fans, but I've never read it.
Well, the thing
I'm just looking at it as a movie.
The thing is, Carol Danvers has a very convoluted origin. That's what it is. Her origin story is all over the fucking place. And it's been rebooted several times. So they kind of have to take all that crap and try to make sense. And that, again, that's, I think, why we kind of agree on the first half of the movie. But when she finally finds out what's going on, that's why it picks up in the second half. No. It's because Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel and Carol Danvers in general is very hard to explain to someone who doesn't really know the character.
Okay.
I know the character and I don't even fucking know the character. That's how complex it is sometimes. But anyway, I give it a 7, 7.5. You give it a 6, 6.5, 7 at the highest. So either way, we say it's passable. We say you should at least go check it out. Yeah. And be sure to catch our spoiler review tomorrow when we're probably going to finish the same damn conversation.